Welcome back to Susan Dawn's Spiritual Connections. Welcome to a special sacred channeling all about the cosmic alignment and astrological events we are experiencing presently and that we will be experiencing here in the upcoming month of March. Now, I do want to have a disclaimer and say that no matter when you're watching this, take it when it resonates and how it resonates, and make sure that you're staying tuned to the messages beyond the astrological time frames, because it's not so much about the astrological events, it's the energy and it's the messages that are coming forth that might be impacting and be guidance for you and your specific journey. So it could be a couple of weeks from now that you're watching this, a couple of months from now, a couple of years from now. Take it as it resonates for you. The astrology is always going to be shifting, but the messages are going to be what is pertinent. The messages are going to be what is resonant for you. So always listen to beyond the astrological time frames, always listen to the messages. But March seems like it's going to be a doozy, and that's why I wanted to come on here and just do a little bit of a just touching base, what we have in store, what we have been channeling, what we will be channeling, and just kind of do a precursor to this energy as we're navigating this collectively. So I want to start. Where do I want to start? I want to start with just the overall energy of March. Again, there's going to be 2 retrogrades. We're moving into eclipse season. Mars has just gone direct, which is having a significant impact as well. But Venus is going retrograde, and we're going to have a Mercury retrograde along with the beginning of the eclipses, the first eclipse season of the year. And the reason why this is going to be significant is because there is a lot of transformation that is happening. And the energy that I'm actually getting is there is a lot of clearing energy that is coming to the surface. What I'm actually seeing is like a cup of water that is just filled with dirt, and you have that pure water, which is basically you know, as a soul you are just love, but through your human experience, past incarnations, you acquire all this, what I like to call soul sludge. It is karma, it is experiences, trauma, pain, woundedness. All of that has been, up until your ascension journey or your spiritual awakening, has been locked in the unconscious. You were unaware of it, and that's where you have to have compassion for yourself and compassion for others. You don't know what you don't know when you don't know it. But as you awaken, as you go through your ascension process, as you become more conscious of what those wounds are, of what is healing, of what's coming up to the surface, that's when it is your responsibility. That is when you have to make new choices. That's when you have to shift the pattern. That's when you have to do the inner work. And so these cosmic support is what I call it. I call it astrological support, cosmic support, because that's what it truly is. Astrology is a support system for us. It helps us to navigate. And when we're in alignment with ourselves and deeply connected to ourselves, then you can look at your astrology, you can look at the collective astrology, then you know that you're in alignment with the support that is helping you navigate your experiences. And it can feel like chaos when you're out of alignment. It can look like chaos when you're not in balance or in tune with yourself. So that's why it's so important to be deeply connected to yourself. The other thing I'm going to say about that is that from a collective standpoint, we are manifesting individually too, but collectively we're manifesting in every single moment. And so we can get caught up in the collective chaos of what's happening in our physical world. For example, right now there's a lot that is happening in politics around the world, and so it's very easy to get caught up in that and feel like it's out of our control. Well, you might not be able to control your environment, you might not be able to control the world around you, but you can control yourself. And the more you're in tune and aligned with yourself and making those conscious choices, the more that has a ripple effect, because everything is interconnected. And the more people who are doing that, it has an impact on the collective. Don't ever negate the power of the collective. And that's exactly what we do in our Sacred Circle community here on YouTube. You can go ahead and check it out via that join button, via the membership. Once a month we come together to, in kind of like a prayer circle, to gather together to discuss and channel on current events and ascension energies, but also the intention is to bring love and connection and community support into our live stream and share intentions for that love and support through meditations and light language transmissions, through sometimes personalized guidance if you are struggling with something. There's a lot that's happening right now, and so we are having our Sacred Circle live stream this Tuesday for the month of March. This Tuesday, we might actually add on another one, considering how things are shifting and considering how truly chaotic. I don't have another word for it. Truly chaotic this energy is. We might actually be doing another one, a second one this month as well. I'm stay tuned. If you're part of the Sacred Circle community, just stay tuned for announcements on that. But we'll have the regular monthly meeting on Tuesday, March 4th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time. So that is, again, our intention is to connect with each other in this intimate community, in this energy of unity consciousness, with the intention of unity consciousness. When there were the wildfires, we connected and did a beautiful meditation for the planet. The last one last month, we did an incredible meditation with Persephone guiding us. And so it just remains to be seen what comes through this time. So if you're going through something personally, bring that to the circle. If you just want to share a little bit of light and love with our community for the intention of the planet as a whole to have that ripple effect, to amplify that ripple effect, then make sure that you are joining that Sacred Circle community on Tuesday. So that's the intention for that. And that's the intention for this channeling, is to just kind of discuss what might be happening, and how to navigate it. And we'll have some more support channelings here on YouTube for the collective, as well as deeper in our other membership, our Ascension Connection Sacred membership, throughout the month. So I want to start first with music downloads that I was getting, and this might impact those who are in sacred partnerships, who connect with the term twin flame or the twin flame connection. The first download I got was actually this morning. I woke up singing a song, and I know that I've channeled this before or talked about this song before in a Sacred Union Energy update, and I can't remember where it is. So if anybody remembers, or if you come across it, feel free to post it in the comments, or send me an email and let me know. It's called Till Forever Falls Apart by Ash and Phineas. The chorus goes, "If the tide takes California, I'm so glad I got to hold ya. And if the sky falls from heaven above, oh, I know I had the best time falling in love." I'm I'm not getting anything specific for the collective. It was just a kind of like a drop in, that I just began singing. And I looked up the lyrics, and the thing that stood out to me was, "Out on our own, dreaming in a world that we both know is out of our control. But if shit hits the fan, we're not alone." And so I want you to take a look at the lyrics and see how it might resonate for your journey, if anything clicks. But what I was just getting for the collective, for myself, is just this energy of union, that across space and time, no matter what it looks like in the physical world, no matter what's happening in the physical world, again, there's a lot of chaos that is being presented, that is being shown to us in the physical world, but there's more than meets the eye. It looks like chaos. We're used to that chaos, right? But again, you might be feeling more of that peace, more of that calm, more of that there's a divine unfolding that's happening here. There's a bigger picture that's happening here. There's a light that is being shown on the shadows that have been rising to the surface. We've been seeing a lot of shadow come up, and that too was our ascension journey. I never finished the metaphor. What I had gotten was a glass of water that was filled with like dirt, and that is the soul sludge that we experience. Past wounding, trauma, past lifetimes, karma. And so what's happening is, as you bring that up for clearing, as you do your healing work, as you make new choices, shift your patterns, as you realign your beliefs, do those beliefs still stand? Beliefs are not meant to be rigid. Beliefs are meant to expand. You're meant to grow. You're meant to evolve in your beliefs too. And so do those still serve you? Your beliefs, especially about yourself, maybe even your beliefs about the world. We're not talking about religion specifically, although it could relate to you with regards to religion. Take it as it is resonating for you. But as you are bringing that up to the surface to clear, what's happening is it's like a water pitcher pouring more water in, and what happens is it dilutes the dirt, and eventually all that dirt is cleared, all that soul sludge is released, and you just have that clear glass of water. And that's what you're doing. You're just clearing all of that energy, that old energy, that toxic energy, that soul sludge, those old patterns, those old versions of yourself, old beliefs, old experiences, because you are essentially being reborn through your awakening, through your ascension journey. And now that does not mean that you're not still identifying as whoever you are. You're still you in your human form, right? But you recognize that you're more than that. You're not just one thing or another. The power of the ascension journey is the ability to hold multiple realities at once. So it's not black and white, it's not either or, it's an and. You're able to say, I am this being in my human form. I have these experiences and these interests, these hobbies and these preferences, these likes, these dislikes, these relationships, these connections. And I am also soul. I am eternal. I am infinite. I am part of the divine. I'm part of God. I'm connected to all. I am. You're able to hold two truths, more than one truth at once, more than one reality at once. And so that's what your ascension journey shows you. And you clear all of the past programming. That's all that dirt, right? A past programming, conditioning, soul sludge. And so you're in essence purifying that energy, clearing that energy. That's what the healing journey is. And the healing journey is not necessarily it is healing in one stage, but it's also remembrance. You're remembering that you're not all those things, you just identified with them. They were just beliefs that were formed around your identity, right? And you can shift that at any time. That's what I do with my clients. That's what we do in our sacred membership. We are shifting your identity, your self concept. We're shifting how you view yourself, how you view the world, into one that is remembering how empowered you are, how connected you are, how divine you are. And so, with this energy, going back to the song, with this energy, even though you might be experiencing chaos in your personal life or collectively, which is again what we're seeing now, there's a lot of, it looks like chaos, but there's also an order. The universe has an order to the chaos. It might look like chaos, but there is a divine order to things as well, and that's what we trust. We trust the unfolding. So again, out on our own, dreaming in a world that we both know is out of our control, but if shit hits the fan, we're not alone. The outside world is not in our control, but we're in control of ourselves. We're in control of our responses. We're in control of how we communicate. We're in control with regards to how we connect with each other. We're in control with how we connect with ourselves. We're in control of what we believe. We're in control of what we choose to believe, the story that we choose to listen to, right? In our own mind. Your mind is the most powerful tool that you have. And when it's connected to your heart, when it's connected to your intuition, that is just amplified. That's what pure alignment is. It's when the higher mind and the higher heart are connected in alignment. And so connecting to the twin flames or sacred partner energy, that's union energy, where across space and time, no matter what you're experiencing in your physical world, whether that's separation, no communication, if you're experiencing conflict, tune into the love. Tune into the love. Tune in, inwards. Not focus on what's going on outside, but tune inwards, because you're not alone. You're never alone. Not on this journey. Not with your counterpart. Not with God's source. Not with the whole of the world. There's a lot of divisionary tactics that are trying to point us to our differences, that are trying to distract us and keep us divided and keep us from inclusion, keep us from forming communities. But that's where our strength is. Okay, so connect with that as you would like. Let me know in the comments if there is a specific message that you're getting from it, if those lyrics are resonating with you in any specific way. Okay. The other thing that I got was a phrase when I was tuning into these energies. It's not necessarily a song, although, okay, I'm gonna put it this way. It's not necessarily a music download, although it's also a song. I got the phrase, the rest is still unwritten. So that is a song, but it didn't come in as a music download. It just came in as a phrase. And so I feel like this energy here in March is that anything is possible. Anything is possible and everything is possible. What is the story that you're writing? What is the story that you're choosing? What are the beliefs that you're holding? Because that is what is going to direct that destiny. That is what you're going to create. So, especially with this Pisces new moon, Pisces is a very dreamy energy, very Neptunian. Neptunian is all about the hidden realms. It can be very in the fantasy. How do I say that? Very dreamlike. What is it that you're creating is really what the message is with this Pisces new moon. I meant to do this channeling yesterday, but life just got in the way, just got busy. So take these messages however it resonates for you. All of this cosmic energy is going to be felt within a couple of days before and after any cosmic event. With retrogrades, you'll feel that within a 2 week period before and after the transit. So, with this Pisces new moon, again, Pisces and new moons are all about deep manifestations. What is it that you're creating? And especially with the Pisces energy, it is allowing yourself to dream big, and believe in that dream. You know, our conditioning lets us think, or makes us think, especially with our society as it is, it makes us think that our dreams aren't possible. It makes us almost afraid to lean into those dreams. You know, and if you're connecting this with like a twin flame, or even just a love connection, you know, it might you might feel like something like love or relationship is impossible because it's too good to be true. That's what our society conditions us to, that our dreams are too big to be true or too good to be true. But through your healing, through your ascension, you realize that no, I'm actually creating my life. And what I believe is what I manifest. What I believe and embody. Part of the belief work is embodying that, integrating and embodying that belief. And you have a chance to rewire that at every moment. Again, that's part of the ascension journey. The higher heart ascension is what I call it. As you keep moving along your ascension journey deeper and deeper into higher levels of consciousness, you begin to realize that it's not about manifestation from the external in. You know, you can't manifest outside of yourself. It all comes from your energy. What energy are you holding? It's not just intention, but what are you embodying? What energy are you embodying? Who are you being? That's how you manifest. That's how you create. And so having that vision, we tend to think in this world of that's not possible, but it's only possible because at some point in your life you believed that it was out of your reach. And they keep connecting it to me with love and relationships, especially because Venus is very prominent right now. With love and relationships, you know, we tend to think that a sacred love, we tend to think that a divine love, we tend to think that a love without conditions, that a love isn't possible, because we're so conditioned via media and movies and culture, maybe even seeing this in our own vicinity, where you know you might have had parents who were divorced or went through separations, or you might have see friends who are going through toxic relationships or whatever. So like even within your own physical vicinity, or maybe even your own experiences, you experience toxic relationships with yourself, like in your own life. We're conditioned to believe that that's the only thing that's possible, that sacred love is like a pipe dream, but it's not. And those of us who have experienced twin flame connection or sacred partnership connection, you know what is real, you know what is possible. And so this Piscean energy is asking you to dig deep into that and lean into that And it's not just about the dreamy aspect, but it's about diving deep into what you know to be true. And the more that you anchor into that, the more you will see that not only is that possible, but that you're creating that. You have the ability to create that by leaning into it, not running away from it. Venus retrograde is starting tomorrow, March 1st, and it is also asking you to reevaluate relationships and your beliefs about relationships, your beliefs about connections. I did an exclusive channeling for our sacred members in the Ascension Connection Sacred Membership, our Ascension Accelerator level. And I think I'm going to post that this weekend. I think I'm going to share some clips of that for the collective this weekend because it felt really important. If you're in the membership, you have the full channeling, and you also have the personal mentoring that we did in the call. So make sure that you're checking that out if you missed the call. But I'm gonna leave Venus retrograde as it is. We talked about Mars and Venus and the dynamic that has been playing out with Mars going direct and now Venus going retrograde. What does that actually mean? So we'll talk about that. You can see that in an upcoming. I'll post that video this weekend. What else is coming up? My God, we have. Let's talk about eclipse season first. Eclipses. Oh my God, eclipses. Eclipses are amplified energies. They're like gateways, and again, it's up to you what doorway you choose to move through. Eclipses, I'm also getting is it's. Let me put it this way. What they're giving me is, especially in the heels of these two retrogrades, Venus retrograde, and we're also having Mercury retrograde at the end of or the middle of March. So this eclipse season, which begins March 13th and 14th, we have another eclipse March 29th at the end of the month. So eclipse season, smack in between Venus and Mercury retrograde, is all about karma clearing and moving through a new cosmic gateway, through a new cosmic doorway. So you have an opportunity here to clear out any energy you no longer want to hold on to, a version of yourself you no longer want to be. That's again why Pisces season is so important here, because it's like, what is it that you dream? Who do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to live? We're not just talking about the external, we're talking about who you are, your energy that you're embodying. And so with this in mind, you might be clearing out any of that old in order to come into alignment with that new version of yourself. You can't clear out the old, or you can't have the new without clearing out the old. For example, that I wish I had an example, a physical example, but imagine holding that cup of water, that glass of water that is filled with dirt, and you're pouring in new water, fresh water. You can't have new until you clear out the old. The example that I like to use with my clients is it's like a house. Say that you are upgrading your house, which is what you're doing within yourself. You're upgrading your energy, you're upgrading your identity, you're upgrading your life, right? You're saying that was an old version of my life where I was in lack, I was in scarcity, I was experiencing toxic relationships or dynamics that weren't healthy. Maybe I wasn't in a job that I liked, whatever it was, whatever you were experiencing, your physical world, whatever you were experiencing in yourself, that was an old energy. And now you know you want more for yourself. And that is such a beautiful thing. And I really want you to acknowledge how beautiful that is, because you're raising your standards. You know that you don't have to live that way. And you're making a conscious choice that you want something different. You're making a conscious choice to grow and evolve. And that is so incredible and so beautiful. And so, say you want this upgrade. So you have, say in your house, you have furniture that you've lived with for 20, 30 years. And that furniture is representative of your old beliefs, your old sense of identity, self-concept, your old job, old relationship, old car, old bank account, whatever that is. It's old, right? Well, you've ordered new furniture. That's your manifestation. You have that desire for new furniture. You have that desire for, that's where you expand in your belief system. That's where you shift the patterns. That's where you decide, I don't want to be in this job anymore. I want something new. What are my dreams? What are my goals? what is it that I want to do now? Who is it that I want to be? That's the new furniture that you've ordered, right? And it could be even be something like, I want to make more money. I want to have a job that I'm passionate about. I want to be of service. Whatever your desire is, that's the new furniture. Imagine if you were to bring in that new furniture into your house when the old was still there. It would just be cluttered, right? You wouldn't have any room for the new furniture. You have to clear out the old first. And that's what March is going to be. It's going to look really freaking chaotic because it is a clearing. It is a karma clearing. It is an energy clearing. We're going to call it karma for just for the sake of this. Karma is just energy. It is just energy. That's all it is. Karma is just cause and effect. So karma is, if this is what I'm believing myself to be, this is how my life is going to present. This is how my life is going to reflect those beliefs. Right? If I'm believing that I don't have any money, if I'm believing in lack, then my life is literally going to reflect that and show me all the ways that I'm in lack. Right? And so karma is just cause and effect. And so create a new cause. I'm believing that I'm abundant. I'm believing that I'm in alignment with work that I love, with relationships that are healthy and joyful. I believe. Embody that belief, and you'll start to see your life reflected in that way too. So there's going to be a kind of a, I don't want to say opposing energies because they're working together, so opposing is not the right word. There's going to be a little bit of a dueling dynamic. There's going to be clearing and more coming in. You're pouring water into that glass so that you're clearing all of that soul sludge, all of that dirt, so that you're essentially creating something new, which is creating you are new. So eclipse season, the eclipses are amplified energy. It is all amplified. And so everything that you might be experiencing might be heightened. And that's why it's going to be really important to ground your energy. It's going to be really important to stay balanced. It's going to be really important to be an observer of your reality rather than getting caught up in any drama, any chaos, especially anything that is not really associated with you. Be the observer, and especially observe yourself. If you're feeling the chaos of your own emotions, be witness to it, bear witness to it. What are those emotions trying to show you? Everything is a reflection of your inner world. Everything is trying to show you yourself. Everything is an opportunity for your growth and your evolution. And so with that mindset, how are you going to grow? And again, it's a choice. You always have the choice to not evolve. You always have the choice through your free will to keep going in the same patterns and the same loops. And the eclipse season is actually going to highlight the effect of that. What happens if you choose to continue in those loops, and what happens if you choose to grow and evolve and shift and change those patterns. So eclipse season is going to be a doozy, but just know that you're supported. And speaking of support, we are going to be doing a new soul sessions workshop called the Sacred Shift, Mastering Energetic Transitions and Timeline Shifts. This is going to be on Sunday, March 16th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, again, New York time. All the details will be coming in our newsletter or on our website, so make sure that you're staying tuned for all the details. But this is going to be not just for this eclipse season, but for any cosmic event where we are experiencing this amplified energy that is helping us to shift, that is supporting our evolution and supporting our shift. How do you navigate it? What does it mean for yourself and your life and your connection? And it's really about embodying that self-mastery now. So I'll have all the details coming up within the next few days, including how to sign up for that. And if you are in our sacred membership, any of our 3 levels, you will have access to that for free. The link is already available in the membership. Okay, so the last thing is Mercury retrograde, as if there hasn't been enough. Mercury retrograde is going to be coming through right smack in the middle of our first eclipse energy, March 15th. So from March 15th to April 17th, no, April 7th, we will have Mercury retrograde. Now, I know everybody hates Mercury retrograde. It really depends on, number one, it depends on your chart. It also depends on where you are in your soul growth journey. So Mercury retrograde usually impacts communication, technology, and travel, because Mercury is those things. It is all about those things. The thing is, you can kind of tune your energy to using it as a supportive energy versus, oh my gosh, it's Mercury retrograde, everything is going to be all effed up. It doesn't have to be. Look at it, shift your perspective. This is part of the practice, right? Shift your perspective and look at Mercury as supportive energies. What is it showing you? Use it as an opportunity to show you something about yourself. And if something does feel out of sorts, like if there is miscommunication, if there are technological troubles, if there are travel hiccups, be flexible. It is teaching you something. Be flexible. Be witness to what it's showing you. Step back and become an observer rather than getting caught up in the chaos and the drama of what you're experiencing. Oh my gosh, I missed my flight. Oh my gosh, my whatever is going wrong. Rather than getting caught up in that, center yourself, balance yourself, and come to a neutral place within yourself and see, what is it actually showing me? Where can I pivot? Where can I be flexible? Where am I out of alignment, and where can I get back into alignment? That's all Mercury is trying to teach you. Mercury retrograde starts in Pisces and it ends in Aries. And this is very interesting because, again, Pisces energy is all about the depth of emotion to intuition. Intuition is heightened, spirituality is heightened. And so when it comes to connections, you might have an opportunity for intimate conversations, intimate communication. I want to say like intuitive and spiritual conversations. What I mean by that is depth, deep communications. For some of you who are connected to sacred partners and twin flames, this could be a reconciliation, reunion, coming into contact again. So you might have deeper conversations and connection. However, with Aries, on the heels of that, you're being cautioned to just be mindful of those interactions. So there's an opportunity for deeper connection and intimate connection. There's an opportunity for really vulnerable conversation, but it could also be emotionally charged. And so just be mindful of how you yourself within are navigating those emotions. Be mindful of aggression. Be mindful of conflict. Again, you can't control other people. You can't control the outside world, but you can control yourself. Be mindful of yourself. And at this stage of your journey, be conscious of the communication that you're sharing. Conscious communication is going to help you navigate this energy, especially if you are communicating with others. Be conscious of the way that you're communicating and set the intention for how you want to communicate, okay? Because there's an opportunity here for deep shifts within your connections, especially. And it doesn't have to be with a specific partner. This could be all connections, all communication. You have an opportunity here to grow, to evolve in that communication through conscious ways. Being mindful, being conscious of how you're communicating, the way in which you're communicating, and the depth to which you're communicating. That's what Mercury retrograde is going to show you. How things were done in the past, how you can clear that energy, how it maybe is no longer serving you, how to shift those patterns, how to shift those communication cycles into one that brings about more conscious connection. Okay, so March is going to be a big big month. We're gonna come in with some more support readings again in the membership here on YouTube, so do make sure that you are staying tuned. We're gonna help you navigate all of it. I am sending you guys so much love and so much light, and we'll see you soon.